This movie introduces us to a man who discovers a magical remote control. By pressing its buttons, he can pause any person, including women, and even revisit his past. However, this remote leads him into a significant predicament. The story begins with Michael, a brilliant architect. Michael lives with his wife Donna and their 2 children. His kids often ask him to turn on the TV, but he finds it frustrating to use separate remotes for different devices. One day, Michael gets ready for work and meets his boss, Amer. During this meeting, a wealthy client, Prince Habib, comes to review a project design created by Michael. However, Habib disapproves of the design. Later, Amer assigns Michael a big project for a Japanese company with a tight deadline. Amer also promises Michael a partnership if the project is a success. That night, Michael returns home. Donna suggests that he take a break and join the family on a camping trip. However, Michael declines, saying he needs to focus on the Japanese project. This upsets Donna. While trying to watch a Japanese documentary on TV, a toy helicopter hits Michael's head, further frustrating him with the numerous remotes at home. Determined to find a solution, Michael goes to a store to buy a universal remote. At the store, he encounters a mysterious section labeled Beyond. Curious, Michael enters and meets Morty, a peculiar man who offers him a unique universal remote. Morty gives the remote to Michael for free, with the condition that it cannot be returned. Excited, Michael takes the remote home. At home, Michael tests the remote by turning on the TV, and it works perfectly. When Donna approaches him, Michael pauses the TV, accidentally pausing Donna as well. Surprised, he doesn't think much of it and unpauses everything, letting Donna leave the room. Michael begins working on his project, but his dog starts barking, disrupting his focus. Frustrated, Michael picks up a remote and presses the volume button. To his amazement, the dog's barking becomes quieter. When he increases the volume, the dog starts barking loudly again. Later, when Michael takes his dog outside to do its business, he presses the fast-forward button on the remote. The dog speeds through its routine and quickly returns to its room to sleep. Realizing the remote has magical powers, Michael is astonished. The next day, Michael visits Marty and tells him about the remote's abilities, like lowering the dog's volume and increasing its speed. Marty asks Michael to press the main menu button. When Michael does, various options appear on the screen, allowing him to view anything. Intrigued, Michael revisits his past, seeing himself as a child having lunch with his mom. Marty explains that the remote is a powerful device capable of anything, and hands Michael a card, saying he can call anytime for help. Later, at home, Michael overhears his wife, Donna, inviting his parents over for dinner. Michael objects, saying he has no time since he needs to finish his project that night. An idea strikes him, and he uses the remote's fast-forward button to skip to the evening. During dinner, Michael fast-forwards again, skipping the meal and finishing his project in peace. That night, as Michael and Donna are about to sleep, Donna reminds him about their plan to have lunch the next day and give her dad a birthday gift. Michael has no recollection of this and calls Marty for help. Marty arrives and explains the remote's autopilot mode. When Michael fast-forwards, his body operates automatically, but he won't remember the events. After explaining this, Marty leaves. The next morning, Michael wakes up late and uses the remote to fast forward, getting ready for work in no time. In the evening, Michael and his colleague, Amer, meet their Japanese clients. After reviewing the project, the Japanese clients say they need to have a discussion among themselves. While they are talking privately, Michael uses his remote to increase the volume and listens to their conversation. He finds out that the clients did not like the project at all. A little later, Michael tells them, "I understand that this project is not right for you because you all are here to make money. So I will create a new project based on your requirements." Hearing this, the clients are pleased and decide to give their project to Michael's company. The next day, Michael goes to his office and meets his boss, Amir. Amir tells him, "Quickly complete the Japanese client's project, and after that, you'll become my partner and get a promotion." Michael had been under the impression that they were already partners, and he had even spent his own money on the project. This makes him angry, and in frustration, Michael pauses Amir and slaps him a couple of times before walking out. Later at home, Michael starts working on completing the project. Meanwhile, his kids bring him some of their own project ideas, but Michael sends them away because he is still upset about Amir not making him a partner. After a while, Michael looks at his remote and uses it to fast forward to the moment of his promotion. At this point, Michael sees his boss and some employees, realizing that he has now become Amir's partner and has received the promotion. However, Michael also discovers that it took Amir an entire year to give him the promotion, and he has no memory of anything that happened during that year. When Michael returns home, Donna tells him, "You don't care about me because you spend all your time at work, and when you're home, you're always staring at me." Michael responds, "I was on autopilot." Suddenly, Michael notices that the remote automatically fast-forwards to nighttime without his input. This frightens him because he realizes he has lost control over the remote. Michael then calls Marty for help, and just like before, Marty comes to Michael's house. After this, Michael tells Morty that the remote is malfunctioning because it is fast-forwarding on its own. Morty responds that it's not broken, it's a special special feature of the remote. It remembers the things you fast-forwarded through for a year and now skips them automatically. Michael panics and tries to give the remote back to Morty, saying he doesn't want it anymore. But the remote comes back to Michael's hand on its own, indicating that no matter how hard he tries, it will remain with him. The next day, Michael goes to work without bathing, hoping to avoid fast-forwarding. At the office, when Amber sees Michael in this state, he doesn't feel good about it, but doesn't say anything because he is pleased with Michael's work. Amber then tells Michael that he will soon become the CEO of the company. Suddenly, the fast-forwarding happens again, and Michael finds himself as the CEO of the company. 10 years pass, and Michael has become significantly overweight. When he returns home, he sees that his children have grown up a lot. Later, he sees his wife, Donna, with another man, which leads to an argument. However, Michael pauses both of them using the remote. Afterward, he confronts Morty, saying he didn't want to fast forward. Morty explains that this is the life Michael chose because whenever he had to choose between family and work, he always chose work. Michael unfreezes Donna, who starts arguing with him. During the scuffle, their dog causes Michael to fall and lose consciousness, which triggers another fast forward. When Michael regains consciousness, he sees Donna and realizes that he is thin again. It feels like he had a bad dream. Donna explains that he had cancer and gained weight due to chemotherapy. He had also suffered a heart attack, and his head injury from 6 years ago had made him sick. Michael realizes that his illness had been fast-forwarded and 6 years had passed. Donna then tells him that she is now married to Bill, and he needs to accept it. She leaves. That evening, Michael meets his son, Benjamin, at the office. Benjamin, who is also slim now, informs him that his grandfather has passed away years ago. Hearing this, Michael feels devastated, as he was unaware of it. Michael visits his father's grave and tries to revisit the past. Morty tells him that he cannot see the past because he wasn't there. Michael eventually manages to view the last time he met his father. In the scene, Michael's father comes to his office, suggesting they have a family dinner that night. However, Michael rudely dismisses him, telling him to leave. Witnessing this moment, Michael feels deeply regretful and angry with himself. After this, Michael wanted to go to a good place, so he fast-forwarded his life and found himself at a wedding. It was the wedding of Donna and Bill, and Michael had covered all the expenses. Donna thanked Michael, saying, "I'm so happy you did so much for us." Suddenly, Michael collapses. When he regains consciousness, he sees Morty standing in front of him. Morty tells Michael, "You lived your life on fast forward, and this is the life you chose." Michael's children come to meet him, and he asks Benjamin, "When are you going on your honeymoon?" Benjamin replies that the honeymoon has been canceled because of work pressure. As Benjamin and prepare to leave, Michael gets out of bed and follows them, but collapses on the way. Benjamin notices and rushes to him, along with others. Michael tells Benjamin, "The most important thing in life is family. Work can wait. Go on your honeymoon with your wife." Hearing this, everyone is moved to tears, and Michael dies. The scene shifts, and we see Michael waking up on a bed in the same store where he had gone to buy the Universal remote. Realizing everything was just a dream, Michael is overjoyed. He immediately visits his father's house, shares his happiness, and invites him for dinner. Then Michael goes home, meets his wife and children, and tells them they will go camping the next morning. Donna is now very happy with Michael. When Michael is about to call his dad, he notices the Universal remote and knows exactly where to keep it. The movie ends here.